welcome back to part 2 of this video, which happened to be the last part of this video. In the first video, which we posted last week, we dismantled the generator that smoked severely, and we tried fixing it from the first video, but we couldn't finish it because the video was so long. I would try to cut it into 2. This particular part of this video now, we complete the series and you will learn how to overhaul a generator that smokes white smoke and how to fix it and the things to do. So guys, stay put. It's going to wear out the combustion chamber. So in order to basically counter that wear, there is need to bring a piston that's a little bit bigger in circumference. Even though you can't visibly see it with your eyes, there is always a little bit difference in circumference compared to the standard. So we'll be using the standard plus rather. So let's fit it in first to see if it can go in, because sometimes if it's too tight, okay, this looks nice, this looks, oh, I've pushed it in now, I need to take it out. Well, it looks nice, like it goes in and freely, yeah, it goes in freely, so it looks nice, it looks okay. So this is perfect. But another test I usually do is to test the rings to see how the rings fit into the chamber. So the aim and plan is that when I test the rings, it closes, everything closes. Let's see. Okay, it closes. I don't know if you can see this part. You can see this part. So that is the real aim. The aim is for here to be very tight. And if I am to try the older rings, it won't be like that. Let me try it out so you guys understand better what I'm talking about. So let me take off these old rings now from this piston and try it out. Record the gap we had there. I'm not sure we can get that gap with this now. I'm not sure. So you see, we couldn't get, we couldn't, this, if you observe carefully, this one is wider. Okay, if you observe carefully, this one is wider. This can simply go in, it goes in easily. This one is wider, okay, but the brand new one is tighter. So that is a plus already. That shows we are making progress. Another thing we will do now is to also use these packing rings. The reason for using the packing rings is this: oil rings and every other thing can just come up a little and tighten the combustion chamber properly. Don't worry, I know you may not get it now, but when I'm fixing, you understand. So let's go into fixing proper. Or rather, before we even continue the fixing, first thing we should do is to take off this connecting rod, because we are still going to use the connecting rod. First thing first, we take off this. So we've taken that off, and then we have to fix this connecting rod to this one now. First thing you should recall or observe when fixing this connecting rod is to make sure that this side, this longer end, faces downwards of the piston. Thank God there's an arrow here. There's an arrow here that tells you this downward part of the piston. This arrow tells you the downward part of the piston. So this should face the direction of the arrow. Okay, so it's what I'm talking about. This edge, this end, this arrow faces downwards. This corner angle, the longer part should face downwards. So up next, we fit this. Hey guys, I know this video you are watching right now is a little bit very technical. Well, if you have watched this video and you still don't understand everything you've watched, you can do it to join our membership community. You have direct access to us. You can ask as many questions as you want, and we can even shoot specific videos for your needs. Do well to follow the instructions on your screen to join our community. So this is what we have now, right?
we successfully swap the con rod from this piston and fix the con rod into this. If you've always watched my videos, you will know I'm big on using your foil to wash these components, to wash this properly. Another thing we should do now is to fix in the very first thing we do, or the very first thing I do, is to fit in the packing rings. It's called the packing rings, guys. So what I'm trying to do is to basically coil this packing ring so it can fit in the rings properly. Okay, I think I've gotten to a point where I should stop. Well, let's see how it coils in now. Okay guys, this is what we have. You see how it fits in now? It fits in perfectly. So up next, we fit in the oil rings. It can be any direction, guys. It doesn't really matter. Okay, this is the aim. Without the packing rings, this wouldn't really come out a little. The aim is for this to come out a little and properly fit in the combustion chamber or the cylinder wall. Now we've done this, we have to fit in the scraper now. If you would observe now, I'm putting them in any direction, not really minding what direction they are, because it really doesn't matter for this particular part now. Okay, so then this is what we have next, the last scraper at the other side of the oil rings. So if this particular part appears too fast that you are not getting it, there's a particular video where I explained everything you need to know about pistons and PCR rings. Go watch that video, guys. So that's what you will need to basically understand this concept very well. So that said, up next is to fixing the pressure rings or compression rings, as some people call it. anyone goes in first, no problem with that. Or as a matter of fact, I fixed anyone in first before and I really didn't have any issues with that. But most times I try putting the black one, the one that looks darker first inside. But after a while, when both of them work, they are both basically the same color. So I don't think it really matters. But I will fix this first. It's tricky. It's very tricky. If you're not careful, that will break. $5,000 go 5K. So let me fit in this last one before I give a particular explanation on how the arrangement should work. So now this is how you should arrange a piston rings. The piston rings is usually arranged 120 degrees from each other. Okay, and it's usually from year to year. Okay, I've done a calculation on this. Like I said, go and watch a particular video where I explain piston and rinsing details. You have better insight. Alright, so next thing we do now is to basically clean it up, and the best way to clean up stuff like this is using fill. Okay, the best way to clean up.
If you've watched this video to this particular point, I really appreciate you for staying with us to this very moment. However, do well to follow the instruction on your screen. Do well to help this channel, help this channel, so that we can post more interesting videos like this for your viewing pleasure.
We'll go again, this time gently, so that we don't end up pushing the rings. And I think we got that right. I think I haven't pushed the rings so far. So let me tighten this a little. However, there are better instruments for this. In my next video, you will be seeing this clip. I'll be using something better for it. It was an oversight today that I couldn't bring it along with me. Okay, gently arrange. Very important. Very important. Okay, I think it's perfect now. Okay, I need to knot it now. So I need to tighten it very well now, since it looks perfect. So at this point, all the rings compresses so they can fit into the combustion chamber properly, right? Yes, I think this is perfect already. So that's it. Let me quickly clean this out. Just clean this up just in case there's dirt in the combustion chamber. So I am big on cleaning with fuel. So cover it, please. Alright guys, this entered with minimal force. So to be sure what I've done is right, I will push this in a lot, then I will use the crankshaft or use this to see if I can pull it out. Alright, that shows it's okay. So up next we'll fix the con rod, just like, remember how we lose it out, right? That's how we are fitting it in. And then again, as is my normal practice, I wash and add a little bit of engine oil. Don't ask me why I'm doing this, you should know by now. Is that still recording?
Yes.
So guys, let me rotate and see. So guys, just so check again. All right, it looks very good. All right, so what we've done now, guys, is this: we've successfully fitted in a brand new piston. And remember what I said earlier, that if you observe a piston and it shakes, you press like this, apply pressure, and it shakes, that shows the piston and the rinse is not functional. Now if you check this well, no matter how we push it to the side, do you see any movement? Of course not. So I am 95% sure when we kickstart this generator, the generator is not going to smoke at all. So what we'll do now is to fix back what we've taken out, which includes the cam follower, which we took out earlier. Okay, and then another thing we must do is to fit in these two, feed back these two in. Remember how I told you earlier that there is a timing for it, so you understand that part, right? So there's no need to explain it basically. So I will just have to wash it now and then fit in. So I will have to look for the timing. This is the timing. This is the timing, and then fitting. Okay. So if you observe now, you'll see that this thing is well timed. You observe that there's a timing here. You observe there's a timing here and there's a timing here. A point here, which was actually timed. Okay. Next step is to fit in this. So this is what we're looking for. Okay, we found that now, right? Then we found it, right? Then we'll successfully look for this one too. Let me see if they timed. Okay. So this is what we have here and here, directly opposite each other. So that is timed as well. So guys, we're almost halfway fixing the engine. almost halfway there. So what else do we need to do? We need to observe this bearing to see if they are functioning well. Okay, everything looks fine, but because I have loosed this engine already, and then what I will do basically, let me clean this a little. So because I've loosed this, what I'll do is just to add gum to it. We call it a gasket maker or gasket gum. Just add a slight one to it, not really much, a very slight one, because the gasket still looks in shape. So this is the gasket gum I will be using. So just a small touch, round, okay, not really much on it, just a small touch. That will be fine. This will be fine. Yeah, I think it's okay now, right? So what we do next is to couple. But there's something I observed just now, and I just want to fix it. This bearing came out probably when this bearing came out when we were trying to uncouple. So it's just to fit it in, so it will be easy for me to couple. All right, it's back in position. It's very important. Okay, before coupling now, I have to rotate 360 to see if the timing will still fit, and of course it did. Okay, this is what we have now. Has perfectly stayed in position. What we need to do now is to quickly couple this. All right. Next up, just as we have loosed that earlier, we feed back. So while he's doing that, while he's copying that, we quickly fit in the and then the starter. What we'll do next now is to properly tight the armature bolt. That's the most important thing right now. Okay. Alright, so I've done that. So the last major thing I would do is to fix the exhaust and then the top cylinder together with the carburetor in tandem, everything simultaneously. So then I just have to scrape off this carbon. Raise it up, raise it up. Not done. Up next, we fit in the pushing rods. Please don't rotate this thing. Fast, fast, fast. Alright, it's okay. Use opportunity to clean this place. Let's clean the plug. So I think it's gauged now. Let's see. Alright, it's gauged now. So what we're doing next is to kickstart the generator. Alright, the moment of truth is almost here. The moment of truth. Please come this way so that you pay close attention to the exhaust. Alright, let's kickstart. Alright guys, you see that the engine became even more quieter and then the engine didn't smoke at all. Alright, so what we need to do now is to basically just couple. Let me quickly couple this and then
oh yeah, let me just redo this. There's no time again. Yeah, don't worry. So I'll quickly, I'll do this myself.
so let me use the Alright guys, thank you for watching this video to this particular point. We'll see you in our next class. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share this video. To meet in our next class, it's goodbye from us. Take care.